the second phylum is Epicomplexa. The characteristics of Epicomplexa are: they contain mature trophozoites, small or intracellular. Each oocyst produces many sporozoites, blood or gut parasites of vertebrates. Examples are Aimeria, Isospora, Plasmodium, etc. Now this further classified into class Purkinsia and class Sporozoa. Now I am going to tell you class Purkinsia. Within their life cycle, they contain the zoospore phase. Example is Purkinsus. And next, the class Sporozoa. Within the Sporozoa, they contain both type of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, they contain the phase that is oocyst, and within that phase they form the sporozoite in the next phase. They have the male sex cell, that is flagella. They help them to contract the body or to go through some medium or anything. They may contain the pseudopodium, which may be helping in the intake of the food. Now, within them, they contain the subclass Greganeria, and now the Greganeria is actually present outside of the host cell. They are mainly a large in size, and the host is basically the invertebrate or lower vertebrate animals. Example is Diplocystis. Now the subclass Coccidia. They present within the host cell and they are small in structure. They may be present in the vertebrate animals as the parasite. Examples are Plasmodium, Toxoplasma, etc. Now, one more subclass is present, that is Pyroplasmia. This Pyroplasmia, which is not already given here, just add it here. That subclass Pyroplasmia is present in the host of vertebrate animals, and they can go through the asexual reproduction, and they make more type of them with this asexual reproduction. I think all of you know about the tick. Now this tick go through the reproduction, that is sexual type or maybe asexual type. Examples are Theileria, Babesia, etc. Now the third one is Mixozoa. So what are the characters of Mixozoa that we are going to know? Mixozoa are actually aquatic parasites. Their life cycle includes two hosts, fish or annelid worms. Spore forming protozoa. Spores are multicellular. Spores with one or more polar capsule or the sporoplasm. Now the examples are Trylospora, Mixoproteus, Myxidium, Myxosoma, Trichanthiomycosium, Trichanthiomyxon, etc. Phylum Mixozoa is further classified as the class Mixosporia and class Actinosporia. So what are the characteristics of Mixosporia? The class Mixosporia animals have one or two sporoplasm within their spore body. They may have 1 to 6 polar capsule. Example is Myxobolus. Class Actinosporia is having few or more sporoplasm within them. They are actually parasite for the invertebrates, and example is triactinomyxin. Next is phylum Labyrinthodonta. The phylum Microspora. Now, what are the characteristics of phylum Microspora? Okay, the first character is obligatory intercellular parasites and found in almost all major animal groups. The spores are unicellular and each are with the imperforate wall containing one uninucleate or dinucleate sporoplasm. Mitochondria absent in the spores, usually dimorphic in sporulation sequence. Spores with simple or complex extrusion apparatus associated with the polar tube and polar cap. And the examples are Nosema sp, Bokia sp, Hassea sp, Candospora sp. Now, Microspora is further classified as class Rudimicrosporia. So, in this type of animals, the spore body has extrusion apparatus in the external body. Examples are Mech nicovella. And in Microspora, the spore body contain the extrusion apparatus which is actually complex in structure, and the example is Plestophora. Now our phylum is phylum Labyrinthodonta. Now, what are the characters of the phylum Labyrinthodonta? They are mostly aquatic. They have the trophic stage, that means the feeding stage, having the ectoplasmic network with the spindle-shaped and the spherical or non-amoeboid body. The unique cell surface organelle associated with the ectoplasmic network. They may be saprophytic or parasitic on algae. Most of the species produce the zoospores, and the examples are Labyrinthula sp, Labyrinthomyxa xp. Our next phylum is Acetospora. Now I am going to tell you about the characters of the Acetospora. All of them are parasitic. In most of the cases, spores are multicellular. Spores with one or more sporoplasm, spores without the polar capsule or polar filaments. Examples are Haplosporidium, Psilosporidium, Paramyxa, Myrtilia, etc. Now this Acetospora further classified into Stelatosporia and class Paramyxidia. The class Stelatosporia is containing one or more than one sporoplasm. Example is Eurosporidium, and the class Paramyxidia contain two cell spore, that is bicellular, and spore are non-porous. Example is Paramyxa. Now I am going to tell you about the phylum Coeliospora. So the characters of the Coeliospora are, most of them are free living, few are commensal or parasitic or symbiotic on various hosts. They contain micronucleus or macronucleus. Simple cilia or complex ciliary apparatus are present at least in one life cycle stage. They present with the nutrition, that is heterotrophic. Asexual reproduction usually present by the binary fission. Sexual reproduction involves the conjugation, autogamy and cytogamy. They are present with typical contractile vacuoles, and the examples are Paramecium, Balantidium, Nyctotherius, Tetrahymena, Nasula, Protodon, etc. These are further classified into class Kinetospora Phlagmomyophoria. Class Oligohymenophora. Class Polymenophoria. Now the class Kinetophragminophoria contain the organisms that have the cilia in the external body. They again classified into subclass Suctoria, Vestibulopharia and Gymnastostomia. The subclass Vestibulopharia contain the organisms who have the oral structure. Example is Sotrycha. Subclass Suctoria contain the tentacle. Example is Ephilotta. Subclass Gymnostomatia contain the oral structure that is not deep. Example is Blepharoprosteum. Now the second class is Oligohymenophora. They are containing the cilia and they have the oral structure that is different type and the cilia present in outside of the body. Now this is further classified in subclass Hymenostomata and subclass Peritrichia. Now this subclass Hymenostomata contain the membranely named membrane that is present in the oral structure. Example are Tetrahymena paramecium. Subclass Peritrichia contain the modified cilia which are present in oral structure. Example is Zoothanium. Class Polymenophoria contain the organisms that have the membranella named structure. They only have a single subclass, that is Spirotrichia. Now the Spirotrichia contain all the characters like the class Polymenophoria. Example are Spirostomum.